Hello everybody and welcome to the I Just Plays Dwarf Fortress as the fortress of... Come on, work. Ducimritan. Ducimritan it is. We are digging out part of a fort and things are going well. Well, things just didn't have enough time to go bad for us yet. We cannot produce drinks either. Yes, it is true. We are still working on producing the drinks as well. But that will be all in due time. And we have enough wooden bolt actually. Interesting. And also good news. That means more time for our people to... darn it. There's some stone over here. It's more time for our people to bring seeds over here. There's quite a lot of stone in there actually. Tileset doesn't distinguish well between that though. Not sure even if I want to place a farm over there anymore. It's probably too much stone. Yeah, the tileset doesn't distinguish well between those at all. That's a bit of a shame. Let's hope we fare better with this one. Looks pretty okay. We definitely need a bucket soon, apparently, because our animals apparently want some water and we can't give water. Well, that farm is actually going fine. We can build a farm over there, even though it's not optimally using the space. See, it will be just like that, but that's fine. And yeah, let's make this in a farm as well. No. B, yes. Like this. It's very suboptimal, but fine, will do, I assume. Then yeah, keep digging out here. And we're gonna build some workshops here already, amongst which a carpenter's workshop. That's probably the most important building for this beginning. Mason's workshop comes right in second. And the rest is going to be just like this for a while. I love this music. Sounds has such great music in it. I can keep listening to it for hours. And I think that's what it's intended for as well. And we didn't really have to dig this passageway or this one either, but I think we will have enough time for doing all those things. It's not like we're in a real rush. It did start raining outside. You can see the water drops fall. Our animals actually pastured here. No, they're not. I don't know why, but they should definitely be pastured over there. Please drag them over there so they can graze away. And I hope this starts to be done quick so we can make the rest of the stockpiles as well. I'm gonna wait with this general stockpile over here a little bit. Otherwise my dwarves will be completely overwhelmed with requests for hauling things towards the new stockpile, and that's definitely something I do not want to do. The more important stockpile will be over here for foods and drinks, and that one will be a priority actually. Otherwise we will be probably not harvesting these crops that are being placed over here. Let's see, do I still have auto labor on? Or did I switch it off in the meantime? Let's see. Auto labor. Status. Yeah, that's what I thought. Auto labor 1. Reloading usually makes it turn off. And I noticed because we had too many idlers going around. There were jobs available, like for example planting and stuff like that, and the dwarves were not doing it. So, and that's kind of the things that I don't want to do manually. I have no interest of setting manually which dwarf should go planting or which not, and when and then whatever. It's just too much effort for too little gain, in my opinion. And with this, I think this is going a lot better. Just those quality of life things. Now, one of the features that I haven't been playing with, because it's been quite a while that I actually played Dwarf Fortress for a longer period of time, is the library and the tavern, and I believe that you can also make temples now. So I'm really keen on doing something like that as well. That's gonna be really great for us. I mean, it's super cool at least. So most things are over here are done. There probably will be some dig commands over here. Finishing this as well, and the carpenter workshop is now done. So remember, there was somebody asking for a wooden bucket, so let's start with a wooden bucket. Let's make 2 of them. And then, well, actually let's make one. One should be enough. Let's also make a table and a chair, which will be where? Over here, under the shortcut key of a C. And then let's make 7 beds for 7 dwarfs. 10 is the total of jobs you can have at one time in a workshop, so that's absolutely fine. Because we now have pretty much all our bedrooms dug out. And with that, we can start bringing our dwarfs on beds so they can sleep nice and peacefully in their beds. And that should be great for them. They will be really happy with that. Of course, he's now sleeping over here on the floor, and that doesn't sound like a fun place to sleep. So yeah, and you can always see one of our plump helmet spawns has spawned. Now, if we only can dig out the rest of our storage place, we might be able to actually put it into storage before it starts rotting. I'm not sure if that's gonna be successful. What are our dwarves busy with? Most of them are busy with planting, which is generally a really good idea, but digging should be important as well. Now, a couple of them are probably sleeping as well, and I'm afraid that's why we don't have any dwarves digging at the moment. Let's connect to Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, these guys are all sleeping. So we have to wait a bit until they wake up. And I see some already queued a job, so yeah, there he comes, ready to mine. And we should build a still and a kitchen over here as well, but the workshop of not the workshops, the storage, the stockpiles will be more important. And when these guys are done digging, I can assume that pretty much our initial fort will be done. This is gonna be the first place. And I must say, I'm already quite happy with the way it looks. Alright, so P for stockpile, food. We'll actually build workshops first, so we know where they are. And it's gonna be a kitchen, right over here in this corner. And a still in the other corner. Alright. And I don't care what material they are actually built of. Then we go to our stockpiles, make a food stockpile, and it's gonna be from this all the way to here. And we're gonna go into settings, and we want to forbid all fruits. So F for forbidding seeds, done. Alright, and now they should queue bringing those plump helmet spawns back to where they belong, which is the stockpile. And also queuing up reseeding for some new plump helmets. And we want some barrels eventually as well. We already got some goods being built, amongst which a bucket, but also some beds. So it's time to construct some of our bedrooms. We're gonna first place on doors. Well, we don't have any doors at the moment, so we're gonna go into planning mode by capital P, and with that we can plan what our bedrooms are going to look like. I'm gonna place some doors over here, like this, and of course in the hallway as well. Make it a nice secluded hallway for just the dwarves that are living there. And then we're gonna go to our beds and we're gonna place a bed. And I would like to place the beds in the corners. Now we have some beds, so we can place it here and select the bed, but I'm gonna go with planning mode once again, so I can place all the beds. Now we have dug out 10 bedrooms and we only have 7 dwarfs and also 7 beds. But new dwarfs will arrive soon enough, and then we will need even more bedrooms than just this. But this is for beginning absolutely fine. Now our dwarves will be very busy bringing all the things that they have from up here to down here. And let's see, what else do I want? Maybe another workshop? We have space for another one. And there are a couple that can actually be there. We can make a mechanics workshop, but I don't think we're gonna build some walls yet, and there we don't really need a mechanics workshop for making some bridges connected with levers. That's all for later. I think we're gonna go with another craftsdwarf workshop actually. And the reason is hauling stones is a really slow business. And we want to make this craftsdwarf workshop specialized in stone. And build things like, I don't know, probably some stone nest boxes for the animals. Over here there's chickens and these turkey gobblers I believe we have as well, so that they will be able to sit in the nest box, get some eggs. Also in a mason's workshop we probably want to construct some thrones, which are chairs, and a couple of tables. Is there anything else? Yes, a couple of doors. Just start with constructing some doors as well. You can see a guy is already constructing more beds over here, which is great. Good enough that I want to actually ask for a couple of not buckets. I don't want buckets, I want barrels. 3, 4, 5. Let's get 5 barrels going. And barrels will be quite useful because we will be able to store things like drinks in there. And when our still is running, we want to produce more drinks. Like right now, our still is running, so we want to brew drink from plant, which can be from plum helmets, you make plum helmet wine, and from cave weed you make beer. And we're gonna we make a repeating job, and we go into workflow and we say we want 100 to 200 drinks of any material. Done. Mine was already queued up because I had it from a previous game setting, but it's still quite important to have it there. Otherwise your dwarves might go really thirsty. And more rain outside. That's fine. So the beds are being placed, and now we want to make these bedrooms for just one dwarf. They will claim them automatically, but you can also assign them yourself if you want the dwarf to have a special bedroom, more high quality for example. You can just assign them as well, but I'm gonna make them choose themselves. I would like to have my dwarves, let my dwarves have a little bit of freedom in that. And then when they claim them, they will use that as a bedroom instead of sleeping on the floor, which is of course not what you want with your dwarves. And besides our wooden barrels, I would also like to make wooden bins. And wooden bins are used in stockpiles to store goods, which makes them really useful. And I'm gonna make a wood stockpile close to our workshop over here. Like this probably, and this is just gonna be wood, and wood will be brought over here. And over here on the side I'm gonna make a stone stockpile, and I'm not gonna do it yet because I first need a couple of wheelbarrows before I want to do that, because hauling stone is a really slow job, and with a wheelbarrow it goes a lot faster. It's so logical. This game has so much logic in it. I want to place a couple of doors, one over here, just like that, and keep continuing. And yeah, this is the beginning of our dwarven civilization, and so far it's actually looking pretty good. we have some more places where we can decide what we want to sow. So we have a place for plump helmets over here, and this is quarry bushes. Did we decide what this was already? Cave weed, pigtails. Well, then we have dimple cups and sweet pots. And now we should have all 6 resources, well, seeds in the that we can grow underground, at least a place for them, which is gonna be really nice. You already constructing barrels. Then how many bins are we requesting over here in this stockpile? We request 12 bins maximum. That's fine, because these arrow nodes take quite a lot of space in the stockpile, but all of these arrows together can fit in probably 1 bin, which is gonna make life so much easier and a little bit more clean as well. And we can already see that some wood is being stored here as well. And every time you brew a drink from a plump helmet spawn, you get a seed out of it, and we can plant that seed again, and so we can keep getting more plump helmet spawns. Also, when you eat the plump helmet, another seed appears. When you cook a plump helmet, I'm pretty sure the seed disappears, so you have to be careful that you don't use the plump helmets with cooking. And you can set those things with your kitchen, what you want to use and what you don't want to use. So for example, our seeds, we are red, that means they are not permissive to cook. We can make them blue for cooking. Our drinks, they are fine for cooking, I don't mind. And here are some meats and stuff like that, and it's also fine for cooking. And over here we're gonna toggle off the plump helmets for cooking. Just because there's a risk that we will turn into when we're cooking it, but not a big one as of yet. But, you never know. And here you can see in the kitchen there is a task for rendering fat, and rendering fat is quite useful as well. And luckily that's being queued up automatically. Now what I also should do is make a stockpile for refuse, which is kind of like trash. Make him a little bit out of the way of our main fortress, and make another one for corpses. That's why, like that. So our dwarves have some places to put trash and corpses. That way they don't stink up the rest of our fort. Make a bedroom like that. Alright. And let's queue up another 3 beds, so that we can fit all the beds in. And a couple of more doors, because we can never have enough doors. I think it's about time we start doing some with our nobles and administrators. So if you can see over here, N is for nobles and administrators, and let's go to that screen. Our expedition leader is Atolonol, and he requires absolutely nothing. He has 14 owned objects, which is all fine. If require or demand or mandate is lit in some color, you know he is requesting something in some way. We can see that here. We're gonna make a bookkeeper, and we're gonna make it the expedition leader probably. He has no relevant skill, but nobody has, and that's fine. And we're gonna go to S for settings, and we want highest precision. All counts need to be accurate of how many there is in our fort. And all of a sudden his require became red. We are not fulfilling his requirements anymore, because now he needs an office. And it needs to be a meager office quality. That's not that much, but that's fine. Also we want to make our expedition leader our broker, because he has some skill in that. And our chief medical dwarf is going to be our diagnostician. Our manager is once again our expedition leader, because he's requiring an office anyway, so why not make him the same guy, right? And our hammerer, we don't need a hammerer or a sheriff. We have no crime in our fort. Everybody is peace-loving and such. They came here for exploration and good of the dwarven realm. Why would they be doing criminal things at all? So now we need an office. So let's build one. Gonna dig out like this. 1, 2, 3. Let's dig have another office and another one. Like this. This way we can have 3 offices relatively close to our meeting hall, which we also should actually start producing. We have some seeds, so let's make some seeds. And we can use our planning mode, but in this case I don't really want to, because I want not to use all of our seeds that we have available. Make a seed over here and another one over here, and also a table, please. Right over there, thank you. And then we can make this a meeting hall for our dwarves once things are placed. And you can see that doors are really already being brought over here. There's one over here, one installed over here. Yeah, things are looking up for our dwarves. And these offices will be soon constructed as well. Digging them out is quite a trivial job. Let's make some doors in this one and this one. And let's place a seat over here and a table over here. And soon when this other office is done as well, we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Build, chair, and a table, like that. So now we have pretty much everything we need for our offices once the tables and chairs are actually brought. We know we already have them in stockpile, so that's fine. And you can see this guy is already eating over here on the chair and leaving around behind a plump helmet spawn, which is absolutely fine. And now we have a table as well. Well, let's first finish a door over here. And then we're gonna go make this our dining hall. Make dining room R. Well, let's make it the full size of the room. And let's also make it a meeting hall. This means that people who are idle will stay here, people who are new will come here first, and all our animals that don't need to be pastured but don't have a place to be yet will also come here. And that sounds like an excellent idea to me. And you can see our dwarf are still busy brewing drinks. Now the reason why having a manager is so super awesome is because you can do the following. You can go press J for job list, and you can see here is now all our tasks. There's some building construction and stuff like that, but that's not important. This is important, the M of manager, and we can queue a new order by pressing Q, and we can type over here, for example, we want some wooden barrel, and we want 30 of them. 30 is the maximum you can queue in one time, so just queuing 30 like that. So J and Q, we can get things, rock door for example, queue 30 of those, done. And now even though the workshop only has a limit for like 10, he will still keep refreshing that until the whole order is actually done. And we are now in summer. And that's gonna be the end for this episode. After the saving, I'm pretty sure it won't crash. Fingers crossed. And next episode we will continue with summer. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Until then, thank you guys for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.